Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, let me introduce myself. My name is Aldo Setiawan. My student ID number is D100200230. Here I will make a presentation on the contribution of civil engineering to sustainable development. Okay, first, what is civil engineering? Civil engineering is a branch of engineering that studies how to design, build, renovate not only buildings and infrastructure, but also includes the environment for the benefit of human life. Civil engineering has a broad scope in which knowledge of mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, geology, the environment, and computers have their respective roles. Civil engineering is development in line with the level of human needs and their movement, so that it can be said that this science can turn a forest into a big city. Second, civil engineering for sustainable development. Currently, many new things have been discovered in order to perfect civil engineering science. This show that civil engineering is always advancing because many civil engineering science are constantly doing research to facilitate civil engineering jobs in the field. Civil engineering are also responsible for building good quality transportation systems such as roads, airports, railways, seaport. A civil engineer determines the proper design for a structure and maintains the building process so that the longevity of the structure is guaranteed upon completion. This structure must also be satisfactory to society in terms of comfort. A part of the above ground structure and the public transportation system, civil engineers are also responsible for building a good transportation for watercourse, namely the distribution water system. The main activity in the business is designing pipelines for watercourse, drainage facilities, canals, dams. Dams are the main source for unconventional source of electricity and are therefore in high demand their days. While designing these structures, civil engineers take into account the properties of various fluids to calculate the forces acting at various points. The current infrastructure in Indonesia is not comparable to other countries and is far behind due to a lack of good development personnel. In addition, development in Indonesia is lacking due to the lack of budget for infrastructure development in Indonesia. For this reason, the budget for infrastructure development in Indonesia must be added to that the Indonesian state is able to compete with other countries in the infrastructure sector. Therefore, the government must improve infrastructure in Indonesia to make it easier to do things. For example, business, trade, and import and export. The role of civil engineering in Indonesian development is to participate in carrying out development according to the profession we live in. so that in doing so we are able to carry out well. As the exciting infrastructure develops, civil engineering must think even more to create excellent infrastructure so that users of the infrastructure feel comfortable. Civil engineers also take into account the security of infrastructure that is built so that is safe for its use. Infrastructure is something that must be in place if Indonesia wants this country to become a more developed country. Because with good infrastructure, it will make the distribution and business process easier. Therefore, civil engineering have a high influence of the excellence of infrastructure in Indonesia because civil engineering built all of this infrastructure. So without civil engineering, the exciting infrastructures will not be as good as it is today. Thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.